Hey everyone, I'm Ryan Finn here for the Finn Group, and today we're going to be talking about buying a home. And there's a lot of conversation in the market right now. Ryan, should I buy a home right now? There's a lot of concern, and the biggest concern, and a lot of people know what it is, mortgage rates, right? Nobody likes the mortgage rates, all right? They've been high. They've been higher than what they've been in the last, 8 years or so. Everybody loved that, oh, I love my rate, that 2.7, maybe that 3.2. Yeah, I love those rates too, but what we got to get used to is those rates aren't coming back. And if you were to wait for a rate like that to purchase a house, you may never buy a house. That's unfortunate. So right now what we're looking at, and this is March of 2025, we're looking at rates right around the mid sixes, okay? So we're landing right there in the mid sixes. It's not the greatest rate ever, but let me tell you, on average, historically, this is a pretty normal rate. And so as we adjust to what this rate looks like and understand that buying a house in today's current market, this is what you could expect to get on a mortgage rate. Now, should I wait? Well, that's up to you to consider waiting, but here's the thing. I get clients say, I might wait a couple years and see what happens. Well, you could definitely do that. But let's look at this. Historically, on average, when homes are being bought and sold year over year, you could expect guaranteed, on average, 4% appreciation each year. So let's say if we bought a house this year and we bought it for $300,000, right? Great. But I'm not ready to buy yet because I still don't like my 6.5% interest rate. Well, I wait a year. Well, in a year, that same house, that's going to cost me $312,000 right now just to wait a year. Now, if we were last year and we said, hey, I'm going to wait a year, and this has already happened, our interest rate has not changed that much in the last year, unfortunately. So now you are still paying the same interest rate, roughly, and now the cost of the home now has increased. We wait another year, it's going to take us up to $324,000, and if we wait that 3 years, we could be looking at $336,000 possibly, and that's on average. Now, we've seen markets in the past that have increased by 5, 6, 7% in 1 year. That is a huge concern. That would make these numbers completely different if we were back in that market. Now, this spring has already kicked off, and I've seen multiple offers with several buyers already. So if you're considering buying a house, getting in the market now, getting in at that price today, and understand that this interest rate won't be here forever, and when it does change, you absolutely can refinance. And it will make more sense to refinance down the road versus waiting, still renting, which is 100% interest, by the way, and not getting today's price and having to pay tomorrow's price. That's what it looks like. So in my opinion, the pros and cons of buying a house, if you're serious about getting into the market, and I preach this to all my family and friends, get yourself in the market, get yourself a starter home, and in 3 or 4 or 5 years, we can look at upgrading that house. Again, getting in and then making this money, taking it into the next property and getting a step-up house or getting a different property or even possibly getting into a rental portfolio. There's all kinds of options with real estate. I'd love to explore that with you. I'm Ryan Finn for the Finn Group. We'll see you next time. M-O-R, how do you spell mortgage? I don't know how to spell M-O-R-T, M-T-G.